My name is Nate Hawthorne, and I am the nephew of Barbara Hawthorne. Excuse me. When you try and talk about the sudden and traumatic loss of a loved one, there really are no words. Words are inadequate to describe what a person goes through. So we are left to try and explain something that, at its core, is unexplainable. So I will speak to the person that my aunt, Barbara Hawthorne, was, and how we as a family are proceeding in her absence. My gift to Aunt Barbara for Christmas in 2015 was to have a scheduled lunch date with her once a month. She did not have any kids of her own, as my sister and cousins said, so she treated her nieces and nephews, and even her great nieces and nephews, as her own. As the nephew who lived closest to her, I wanted to nurture that connection. So I marked in my calendar the second Thursday of every month, lunch with Aunt Barbara. I knew the lunches would be important to her because of how much she treasured family. And in those times after, I heard many of her friends mention that she was so happy she got to spend those lunches with me. She was always the one trying to get us all together for the holidays. Family time was at the top of her list. She nurtured that bond with all of her nieces and nephews. And she nurtured that bond with her friends, just as she did family. That standing monthly appointment is still on my calendar every month. Unfortunately, I was unable to fulfill only two of those lunch dates. I was lucky to meet with her the Thursday before she was killed. One of the things she talked about was how much she loved the theater. She also loved to share that joy with her friends and family. She beamed when she talked about recently having gone to see The Sound of Music and guiltily admitted that she probably sang along with the production too often and too loudly. But that is the type of pure joy that she received from her outings. My children and myself had the opportunity to take many trips to Miller Auditorium and enjoy sharing that time with Aunt Barbara. All of that joy was brutally ended on that February night. For all of us that continue on, we have lost years and years of sharing her laughter, her joy, her music, and her hugs.